Welcome back to Greyhound View. We're here at Shelbourne Park tonight for the semi-finals of the Tote Gold Cup, one of the great early season feature events. This has been a great start to the season so far, and in tonight's programme we'll be looking at the semi-finals of the Mike Cronin Ready Mix Juvenile Classic at Tralee and the final of the Kudos Supersprint at Cork. But first, let's cast our minds back to Galway for the final of the Tyrur Ted Champion Bitch Stake.
The €65,000 Tyrur Ted Champion Bitch Stake is one of the feature events held at the Galway Stadium. 2 weeks ago, this year's final took place. The 6-4 favourite Hardy Princess, running from Trap 1, was the star of the evening.
The final of the 2007 Tyrur Ted Champion Bitch. In 1, Handy Princess. 2, Distant Sparky. 3, Fahi Angie. 4, Alexandrova. 5, Tyrur Kitten. And 6, on the outside, Express Tune. And it's a good start by the favourite. That's 1, Handy Princess on the inside. 2, Distant Sparky also well away. 4, Alexandrova well poised at the bend, around the first bend, and Handy Princess leads the favourite, leads by 3 lengths over Distant Sparky back in second. Then it's 3, Fahi Angie. Alexandrova now getting moving on the outside, but heading into the third bend. The favourite's out clear, that's Handy Princess, but Alexandrova now is the main challenger. They're clear of Distant Sparky off the final bend. Handy Princess leads. Alexandrova is closing the gap all the time, but Handy Princess lands the champion bitch in sensational style from Alexandrova back in second. In third was 2, Distant Sparky, the winning time, a track record 29.66. And the result of the 2007 Tyrur Ted Champion Bitch. First, Trap 1, Handy Princess for SR Gresham and Company, trained by Graham Holland. Second, Trap 4, Alexandrova. In third was 2, Distant Sparky, and the winning time, a new track record, 29.66.
Well, a special performance from Handy Princess in winning the Tyrur Ted Champion Bitch Stake. 7 from 7, and Graham Holland, this is a remarkable record for this bitch.
She's a great bitch. She hasn't done anything wrong for us yet. Obviously the pressure was on tonight, we're in a big final. She's just won 6, so you'd like to think, like things can go wrong, but she made the bend and she's quite strong, so we're delighted. I'd just like to thank all the kennel staff at home and everybody that have put effort into this bitch and helped us win this race tonight.
Now, what's the plan from here? She has won this one, the Tyrur Ted. Obviously the Oaks is the big one in the country, but it's a little while away yet.
We're not really sure. Don't like to plan too far ahead with dogs because they can quite often go lame and come in season, especially with bitches and things. So we sort of try and take one thing at a time. But I think she might well get 600, so we might be looking at the Shelbourne 600. Got to talk to the owners. Obviously, she's quite a very important bitch to us, so we've got to discuss it. But one race at a time, maybe the Shelbourne 600, we'll see.
The Mike Cronin Ready Mix Juvenile Classic is generating huge interest around the country. It reached the semi-final stage at the Kingdom Stadium in Tralee last Friday night. Trap 4 has the favourites in both heats, with Highbury Lay going off at 6-4 in the first heat and Craig's Toss the 2-1 favourite in the second.
Well, they're here now on the way for the opening semi-final, the Mike Cronin Ready Mix Juvenile Classic here at Tralee. In 1 we have Time Me, 2 Oscar Joe, in 3 Glasheen Boy, in 4 the hot favourite Highbury Lau, in 5 Low Handicap, and 6 is Droopy's Woosnam. The hair coming up behind Traps, the dogs all set. And away they go in a fairly level start. 5 goes away well, Low Handicap, but now 4 Highbury Lau has the inside line. It's 4 Highbury Lau leads on the bend from 5 Low Handicap, then comes 6 Droopy's Woosnam, but down the far side, and 4 Highbury Lau opens up a 4-length lead. 5-length lead now over 5 Low Handicap. 6 improves Droopy Woosnam, but it's 4 Highbury Lau who leads clear around the third bend. 6 Droopy's Woosnam is second, improving is 2 Oscar Joe, but off the final bend, and 4 Highbury Lau surely has this one in the bag. Up the home straight, 4 Highbury Lau runs out an easy winner. Second was 6 Droopy's Woosnam, close for third. The winning time 28.87. And the results of the opening semi-final of the Mike Cronin Ready Mix Juvenile Classic. The winner in impressive fashion was 4 Highbury Lau. Second was 6 Droopy's Woosnam, and back in third 2 Oscar Joe, and the winning time 28.87.
Well, she was not as good a start as last week, but by God, he left them sitting then.
Yeah, he ran well when he gone into the bend. He hit the front and then he went right away and won handy enough.
Well, he's a great dog. He's been a great performer in this competition.
Well, he's improved all the time, so if he improve another bit, maybe you never know what God might do.
And Des, what trap are you looking for in the final?
4 or 5 I'd like.
And he needs to break again next week.
Yeah, if he broke, he can break a lot better than he broke tonight, but please God, he's holding it for next week.
Well, the dogs all set now for the second semi-final. The runners in 1, Ballymac Flight. In 2, we have Side Sage. 3 is Tonbui Marco. In 4, Craig's Toss, the favourite. In 5, Droopy's Deco. And in trap 6, Annie Crack Jack. Here coming up behind traps. Dogs all set, and away they go on a fairly level start. But 5 now, Droopy's Deco shows in front from 6, Annie Crack Jack. Into the bend, it's 5, Droopy's Deco. 6, Annie Crack Jack. The favourite in 3rd, Craig's Toss. Into the back straight, and 6, Annie Crack Jack goes on. He leads by 2.5 lengths to 5, Droopy's Deco. 4, Craig's Toss back in 3rd. Then comes 1, Ballymac Flight improving, but out front it's still 6, Annie Crack Jack. He leads for home. 5, Droopy's Deco, and 4, Craig's Toss come in challenge. Here comes 1, Ballymac Flight, but up the home straight it's 6 Annie Crack Jack, but 4, Craig's Toss flew home on the outside. It is close, but it looks like she got up to score. Close for second spot, but the winning time a very fast 28.75. And the result of a thrilling second semi-final. Trap 4, Craig's Toss, getting up at the final strides to beat her kennel companion in 6, Annie Crack Jack. Back in 3rd was 5, Droopy's Deco, and the winning time 28.75.
Well, Jim, that was a cracking run. She's such a strong finisher.
Yeah, she's a great pitch to come home. The dog there, he wicked early pace, and he got around the front, but I was happy enough going down the back. But she ran brilliant, to pick him up. Do you know what I mean? It was a good race. There was good pups in it, so later to get her through anyway.
And of course, the 6 dog was yours as well, so it's lovely.
Yeah, the 6 dog, Cameron O'Shea and Dublin Larry's wife. Obviously, a few dogs for him. So delighted to get 2 minutes to the final. So wait for the next night now.
And of course, the winner there, your son is a partner in that dog, so he must be thrilled.
Yeah, he's just out behind the phone there now. Tyrur owned her. We sold the share of her to the Murphys in Brosnan and Kerry. So they owned it between her. So it's just great to have a son Dara and a Kerry connection coming out for a final here in Kerry. So see what happens next week.
And the 4 trap, it suits her?
Middle boxes are the best boxes at the minute, but it's anywhere at all to do. Once you're in the final, we don't mind.
And the trap draw for the final of the Mike Cronin Ready Mix Juvenile Classic was made following the second semi and has resulted as follows. In 1, Craig's Toss. In 2, Droopy's Woosnam. Trap 3 is Highbury Lau. In 4, Annie Crack Jack. 5, Oscar Joe. And in 6, Droopy's Deco. It's an intriguing final. Trap 3, Highbury Lau may set the pace, but can he hold 1, Craig's Toss?
Kieran, the trap draw has just been done for the final. Don't know if Jim Morrissey's going to be too happy with trap 1 for Craig's Toss.
No, she ran out of it in the second rounds of it and struggled on that occasion. So I don't think she'd be happy with that box again. The dogs in the middle seem to have the bias here in all competitions. So I think that in trap 3, Highbury Leo has a great draw, but so has Pat Buckley in trap 2 because he equally has early pace. Highbury Leo, great early pace. The only thing is he's probably confined to doing about a 28.80 run, which mightn't be good enough. Dogs seem to be able to come from behind him. And Annie Crack Jack 2 has a phenomenal burst of early pace. Did a fantastic trial here of a 17.67, which most open dogs would find very hard to compete with in any competition here. Droopy's Deco has the early pace, but the trap draw has absolutely ruled him out of it. So my fancy is Annie Crack Jack to win this one from maybe Highbury Leo with Droopy's Woosnam, maybe in the shake-up as well. The bitch trap draw has really spoiled her chances.
The final of the Kudos Supersprint was the feature event in Curraheen Park last Saturday night. With over €7,000 on offer to the winner, Trap 1 Aerial View was the evens favourite to take home the spoils.
The final of the Kudos Supersprint. In 1, Aerial View. 2, Cormac's Captain. 3, our Oasis. 4, Business Warrior. 5, Stretch and Grow. And 6, In the Stripes, Scardy Lad. All eyes on 1, Aerial View. and it's a good start by 4. That's Business Warrior, Stretch and Grow. Trap 5 also well away. The favourite Aerial View now gets going in Trap 1, heading into the first bend, and Aerial View, the favourite's been knocked over. He's out of the race as it's 4. Business Warrior leads from 3. Oasis 5. That's Stretch and Grow, but into the home stretch, and Business Warrior's going to land the big one. Trap 4, Business Warrior lands the big one. A slight shock in the cards. Second was 5, Stretch and Grow. In third was 3, Oasis. The winning time 17:93. And the result of the final of the Kudos Supersprint. First, Trap 4, Business Warrior for Patrick Myers and Patrick Pine, trained by Michael Hoy in Cork. Second, Trap 5, Stretch and Grow. In third was 3, Oasis, and the winning time 17:93. Michael, Business Warrior, he really did the business tonight.
Yeah, we're delighted with him, really. You know, he's very good at the 7 to us. He won a stake for some Waterford, and then we decided we'll coast him in Glenworth, you know, and for a bit of sport, the lads, and they were mad. So he won that stake, and it was a course stake, so we brought him on here for the sprint. And the first night I thought he was very unlucky, going into the bend, like he was nearly just in front, but he was so wide and finished second. He won the last out of 5. And he just bombed out the traps tonight again. He's coming away in all the rounds of it, you know.
You mentioned he did win a semi-final, but he had a really tough task on his plate tonight.
He had, yeah. We'd prefer him to see him in 1 or 2, like, you know, but the 4 is a good trap. What actually won it from is his break. He's great out of a trap, you know.
And you have the lucky owners now beside you. Where next, lads?
We'll have to consult with our good trainer here, who I'd like to thank tonight. He did a wonderful job with this dog, and that's proved in the calibre of race that he won tonight and the way he's consistently breaking. He has 11 1 out of 15 now. We bought him about 12 months ago, and myself and Pat here, we've had many dogs together, but I think this is the most consistent, if not the best. So we're very, very pleased. We'd like to go back to Waterford. We'll either stay here or go back to Waterford. The dog seems to like Waterford, and I think there's a 500-yard stake coming up there, and we might try that.
But a great local success here at Cork. There'll be big celebrations, I'm sure.
We're very pleased, yeah, and we'll have a great night tonight after this, especially after the week of Cheltenham. It has come a good time, and we'll enjoy it.
Just over a week ago, a greyhound called Bagot Racer was the star attraction at the glorious Carlton House in Maynooth, accompanied by his owner leading golfer Pádraig Harrington. Bagot Racer was a consistent performer on the Dublin tracks, but now has retired from racing and is all set for a new life as a family pet.
He has been a great dog, 13 wins is great, and to be honest with him, they came at different times, so they were always a surprise, many of them anyway, so it was nice. It was always gave great excitement, and it was very enjoyable over the number of years.
So we've often seen you at the tracks following your dog and a number of others. Will you get another dog now?
I have 5 or 6 pups actually. Hopefully some of those will come true and be successful. But I've been going to the dogs. I used to go with my mum and dad as a kid. We might go down on a Friday or Saturday as a treat during the year, and it's something that it's easy to go to the dogs. It's an easy night out. You don't have to be an expert or be a big follower of it. You can just turn up every so often and enjoy a night out with the dogs, and it's been great. It's nice to have a dog, something extra to follow, but I go and just follow any dog, any race, and take my chances on whatever's going.
So Bagot Racer now, he's going to Jenny and Brannock to be rehomed. It's a great opportunity for him.
It's a great opportunity. It's really good for us. You hold a dog for a number of years, and you do want to see it. When it retires, you want to see it have a happy life afterwards. It's worked hard, and Jenny is obviously going to take her now and hopefully get him rehomed and find a nice home so that he has an enjoyable retirement.
Well, first thing is to get him snipped, chipped and dipped, which involves removing the unmentionable, and I have just christened him Rory. So the racing life and the racing name is behind him, and a couch awaits him somewhere in Ireland.
So how long will you have him now before you rehome him?
As long as it takes to find the perfect home for this dog, as with any of my dogs. I'm going to take him into my home and make sure he's properly fostered and teach him the basic essentials of good house manners, and we'll be looking for a home for Rory in the near future.
So how are things going? We visited you there a while ago and things were really picking up for you.
Well, things have really taken off. I managed to help in the adoption of 38 greyhounds in 2006, and I'm hoping that in 2007 I'll have more Irish homes for my greyhounds, which is my priority.
We need to break the mould as regards what people consider greyhounds to be. We know the performance dogs, but when they finish racing, they are very good pets as well. They're very tame, and because of their kennel life, they're very adaptable to home life as well. And I suppose they're affectionately known as the 40-mile-hour couch potato. Again, they don't need much exercise. So we're delighted the project came along today, took time out, and I suppose other initiatives we have ongoing as well. We have an adoption pack which carries a promotional DVD which explains how your greyhound actually makes a great pet, and any questions that you want answered are in that pack. Also, we have a new website launching in June which will contain a far greater welfare content, and again it will give an opportunity for people who may be considering homing a greyhound as a pet, that chance to see, well, is it suitable for me, or who do I contact? And again, we work with a lot of the welfare bodies who actually source homes, and I suppose to our own trust then, John Carroll has done fantastic work since 1999 when we started off, and he's sourced fantastic homes on the continent in France, in particular with Catherine Madry, who works for Levrier on the Tresse. So again, today is just another step in the chain, in the whole rehoming of greyhounds.
They sold the story to me as well here today. I didn't realise how good a pet they make, and the image is that he'd take a lot of care, need a lot of exercise, but they say he's actually an easy dog to have around kids, which sounds excellent.
Well, let's hope all well in the future for Baggett Racing, but what's next for you now on the golfing front?
I have a couple of weeks off now. I'm doing a bit of work at the moment on my game, and then I go out for 2 tournaments in preparation for the Masters. So the Masters it's in 5 weeks' time now. So that's the big one. Obviously, everything's gearing up for that, and that's where my focus lies.
So it's great the likes of Pádraig Harrington, a big golfer, a big name in the household over here, to give a dog like this and be conscientious about what happens to his dog.
Well, he's extremely generous. I mean, I kind of was pulling my, chancing my arm a bit when I said, will you do a bit of publicity for us, in order to promote the idea of greyhounds as pets. But himself and the other boys in the syndicate, Pádraig Harrington and Aidan Cullen, were really, really helpful. And Dishy as well, actually.
Now it's back to Shelbourne Park for the semi-finals of the €60,000 Shelbourne Tote Gold Cup. This year's event has thrown some major shocks with the elimination of many of the leading fancies.
So the first semi-final of the Tote Gold Cup. In 1, Cairns Blue, 2, Unperturbed, 3, Large Mac, 4, Highest Award and Absentee, no runner from 4. In 5, Ballydaniel Brett, and 6, Wincy Spider. The favourite in 3, Large Mac, here now behind traps. And away to go. Large Mac is well away from 3. Wincy Spider fast out from 6. And look at 1, Cairns Blue going up the inside. Cairns Blue gets through the corner. Large Mac takes a bump. And into the far side, it's Cairns Blue by a length from Wincy Spider. 3, Large Mac now improving again, moving up to challenge down the far side. 1, Cairns Blue into the third bend. 3, Large Mac on the inside. Will he get through? Just barely gets through. Squeezes through to take it up. Leads on the final bend by a length, turning for home. It's 3, Large Mac out front. Now 6 is coming back again. Wincy Spider coming to the line. 3, Large Mac. 6, Wincy Spider. Desperately close between them. Large Mac might just have taken it. We leave that one to the judge. The time 29:05. And to confirm the judge's decision, the winner was number 3, Large Mac, won by the I'm a Dog Syndicate, trained by Liam Butler. Second, number 6, Wincy Spider. And third, number 5, Ballydaniel Brett. The time 29:05. Well, a look again here is number 3, Large Mac, the favourite here. 5 runners. Highest Award was out, and a good start by 6, Wincy Spider and Large Mac. But look at number 1, Cairns Blue. This brilliant early pace dog really showed determination into the bend, took that opening bend, a length in front into the far side. Now Large Mac shows his class down the back. Big pace to come up and challenge again and squeeze through here on the inside. It was very close going into the corner, but Large Mac just squeezed through to take it up there on the third corner and leads by a length, turning for home, maybe a length and a half. Now 6, Wincy Spider comes back at him again, coming to the line. It's very close. Oh, Large Mac just taking it there, but there was very little between all 5 crossing the line. Well, Liam, it doesn't seem all that long ago. Large Mac won the Champion Stakes for you, another major final. He loves that middle draw.
He has to have it in, The first couple of rounds I ran him in, he was in trap 1. And lucky to qualify in the 2 rounds, but we only really put him into the competition just to get him back on track, get him back fit, But the middle draw means everything to him. If he have it, he has a chance,
As you said yourself, he is starting to come right after a season return. It was a slow comeback, but all of a sudden, he's after winning the semi-final tonight. Okay, it was tight, but as you said yourself, you're there.
And there in the final now, sure, it's between 6 of us, probably 6 top class dogs, but you're giving the middle draw now. It's his 4th major in less than a year now, and sure, to have a lad like him is unbelievable, He was off for about 3 months, and we're only bringing him back,
The second semi-final of the Tote Gold Cup. In 1, Ballyho Marble, 2, Lemon Chief, 3 is Bargain Rail, 4, Skywalker Duke, in 5, Rebel Legend, and 6, Groovy Stan. The favourite in the red jacket here now coming up behind traps. And away they go, and it's number 1 well away on the inside. That's Ballyho Marble leads to the corner from 6, Groovy Stan in second, but Ballyho Marble is clear around the bend, gone 5 clear at the second bend, and this one is a powerful finisher. It's 1, Ballyho Marble out front, 6, Groovy Stan second, and 4, Skywalker Duke is next into the third bend where Ballyho Marble leads, and surely going to win it from here. Ballyho Marble out by 5 lengths onto the final bend. Groovy Stan running a strong race in second, but Ballyho Marble is home and hosed. It's Ballyho Marble number 1 the winner, second is 6, Groovy Stan, and third number 4, Skywalker Duke. The time 28:42, an absolutely brilliant run. The result of the second semi-final in the Tote Gold Cup. The winner, number 1, Ballyho Marble, owned by John McCarthy and Brian Maher, trained by Francie Murray. Second, number 6, Groovy Stan, and third, number 4, Skywalker Duke. Time 28:42. Ballyho Marble, not known as a flying starter, but watch him this time. In trap 1 he came out racing and he leads up, 6 going up well, Groovy Stan on the outside, but Ballyho Marble moves out to position 2 or 3 there on the run to the bend. But now the race is as good as over. He's 5 clear into the back straight, or 6 clear of 6, Groovy Stan in second, and 4, Skywalker Duke third. From here it's a formality, though it must be said 6, Groovy Stan ran a fine race in second there. Skywalker Duke in third, also claiming his final spot, but no doubt about it, Ballyho Marble winning this one very comfortably and very impressively. 28:42, a sizzling run.
David, Ballyho Marble, what a run there tonight.
Yeah, in fairness to the dog, he's never run a bad race for us. Very genuine old dog, he's definitely an old dog with a young heart. And I've never seen him come out as well as he came out tonight, 1 boxing. I'd be happy to get one again in the final and do that again. He won the gold collar for the boys last year in Harold's Cross, and it'd be a fantastic double for them to do both, so we're just there in the final. We'd like to be there and hopefully get an inside draw.
The final of the Tote Gold Cup will be run at Shelbourne Park on Saturday night next, and the trap draw has worked out as follows: in 1, Skywalker Duke, 2, Large Mac, 3, Ballyho Marble, in 4, Groovy Stan, 5, Ballydaniel Brett, and 6, Wincy Spider. It looks like being a wide open race despite that huge run tonight. Ballyho Marble is not as well drawn in trap 3 the next time. On his inside, Large Mac sure to go up fast to the corner. He could well lead around the bend and might take all the beating, but what a final is in prospect. Well, they're wrapping up here at Shelbourne Park, and we've seen the semi-finals of the Tote Gold Cup. Both heats, well, they were really intriguing. In the first heat, Large Mac winning by a short margin from Wincy Spider. Perhaps a little bit unlucky in second. The second heat, of course, Ballyho Marble made it his own, winning in 28:42. It really was a sensational performance, and he'll no doubt start favourite in next week's final, which will be here on Greyhound View. Of course, we'll also show you the final of the Yeah Man at Stud Junior Puppy Cup, which will be run over 400 yards, while at Tralee we'll be showing the final of the Mike Cronin Ready Mix Unraced Juvenile Classic. Join us then.
For a complete fixtures list and more information, log on to the Irish Greyhound website at www.igb.ie.